Walk. No walk, no foot, ah. Goodbye. Yeah. Walk. I give you a picture.
Okay, we are at the summit every second Sunday of the month. So this is one of our regular monthly adoption drives, and we've been doing this for the last 2 years.
So, where do you get the dogs from?
Oh, we rescue. Most of these dogs are strays, so we pick them up and we bring them here. I mean, we take care of them for a while. They come with a lot of problems, and we treat them and we bring them and put them up for adoption here.
Normally, one time, how many dogs do you have?
We have a halfway home in Klang where we have about 30 dogs right now. It's a never-ending story. We receive about 6 to 7 calls a day. We have a Facebook page which a lot of people come there asking for help. And as I said, it's a never-ending story. We have a steady supply.
Normally, the dogs are how old before you send them for adoption?
About 6 weeks to a few years old. We are not a shelter. Okay, we are not a shelter. We see ourselves as independent rescuers. The only difference is that we have organized ourselves in the sense that we are a canine welfare project under a non-governmental organization, because I feel that even if you rescue dogs, you have to do it in a proper way.
Today, how many dogs did you bring?
Today we had about 9 or 10 dogs.
And how many?
So far we have 5 left.
Okay. So is that an okay sort of?
Yeah, that's an okay. Even if one is adopted, we are very happy. That means one dog has found a home.
How many volunteers do you have? Eh?
We have a fixed group of 10 volunteers, and these people have been with MDDB from the first adoption drive. And then we have also some newcomers who have shown an interest to come and assist us. So right now we have about 20.
And what do volunteers normally do?
They foster, they come and help out in adoption drives. They take our dogs to the veterinary clinic. They monitor the veterinary clinics. Like for instance, we have about 5 or 6 panel clinics, and there is one volunteer in charge of each of these clinics. So they sort of keep tabs of how many dogs are going in, how much we have to pay the vets, and so on. Discharge, admission dates.
What topped your wish list?
Well, I mean, there are many things, For the first thing, although we all hold regular adoption drives and so on, we think that is not the answer in taking care of the stray problem. We would prefer that the government, through the local councils and the veterinary services department, implement the system called the trap neuter release system. This is, I suppose, the best way to counter the problem of strays. We would rather that strays do not keep on increasing, rather than going and rescuing puppies and putting them up for adoption and all that.
Disabled?
He's disabled. No, he's not paralyzed. He's just born deformed. The legs are not well formed. It's a bit snappy though. Don't snap, huh?
Okay, tell us about the project you have, Neuter and release.
Yeah, as I was saying, we would rather that we would rather that there are no puppies at all. We would prefer that strays are trapped, neutered, and released back into the community. And we are also looking at the local councils, because you can't deny it. The local councils are the biggest dog abusers. They are the biggest abusers. They manage their pounds very badly. In fact, pets which are caught and even after spending one night at the pound, they come back infected with various viruses and so on. So these are the things that this is on top of our priority list. But right
So when you mean release back to the community, you mean release
as community dogs.
As community dogs.
As community dogs, because we have friends who are already doing it, and currently, of course, we cannot disclose the location, but there are about 9 to 10 community dogs. 9 to 10 groups of community dogs currently being managed by some of our rescuer friends.
So, if somebody wants to adopt one of your dogs, what is the procedure that they have to go through?
What they have to do is that we try to give them neutered dogs. And because of this, right now we are starting to neuter when the dogs are still very young, 3 to 4 months old. But in the event that the dogs which are adopted are not neutered yet, they sign a contract with us saying that they will give these dogs full vaccination as well as neuter them, because the main thing that we would like to emphasize is for the dogs to be neutered.
Do they have to pay anything?
Ours is all donation based. Because we base it on donations, because we want to have a say. Like, we do not want to be totally cut off from our dogs. So by not fixing a price, I think we have a say over their welfare. And in the contracts that they sign, it is also stipulated that we are also partial guardians.
So does that mean that once in a while, although it may be impossible to check, maybe we adopted over the years 1,000 dogs, it's possible to check on them, but do you make some sort of attempt to have a follow-up?
We do have follow-ups, and we have some people whom we think may not be that good dog owners, so we keep an eye on them. But we also add a clause in the contract that they sign with us. There is also a clause that in the event that they cannot care for the dog anymore, they can always return it to us. No matter how long, how many years the dog has been with them, they can always return it to us. I would like to urge people not to buy, but to instead adopt. And I would also like to talk about backyard breeders who are flooding pet shops with cheap puppies. This is wrong. The authorities, especially the local councils, should go after the backyard breeders, stop issuing permits for pet shops to sell dogs, instead of going and harassing and torturing and tormenting the strays. These are priorities. These are priorities that they have to look into. Stop issuing permits to pet shops to sell animals.